Good afternoon, everybody. We are here in a park called Moss Park. This was actually a park that was recommended to us by a friend of ours who used to come camping here all the time when he was a kid. And he's like, you guys should go check it out. So we're here. And we also tweeted out a little bit earlier that we were going to do a Q&A. So yeah, we're doing a tracker Q&A all about Halloween here in Moss Park.
So we had originally talked about possibly camping for like a few days for when the weather gets a little cooler. It's a little cooler right now, which is super nice. So we figured if we ever wanted to actually come here and camp, we wanted to kind of check it out beforehand and see what it's all about. Because it definitely seems like a pretty big park. There's a lot of stuff here. So we're going to try to check out some of the stuff today.
So this is our favorite way of doing Q&As. We're just kind of like out in the woods in Florida. So let's get into the Q&A.
Oh, also, if you like this kind of video and you want to learn more about us and, you know, hear us answer questions from you guys, I did put a playlist down in the channel. You can find it. I think it says Get to Know Us Better Q&As. So there's a couple more of those if you want to check them out.
Yeah. So who is the first question from?
All right. Our first question comes from Whitney, and she asks, candy apple or caramel apple?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't like either one.
I don't either.
Yeah, we're not like candy caramel apple people.
I think for me is I had like extensive dental work when I was, what was that? Probably like 15 years ago. I fell and I broke like 9 of my teeth. And so I have a whole bunch of crowns in my mouth. And so I can't really eat either of them. So I pick neither.
Yeah, so it's not that I dislike candy apples. It's just, it's not my go-to. Like, my go-to is chocolate.
So could you have like a chocolate covered apple?
Oh, I would eat the heck out of a chocolate covered apple.
There you go. That's
yeah. I picked chocolate. Okay, so here's the part where it gets really weird. This here says parking for nature trail, and this is the Bear Island Nature Trail right here, right? And that's just like in this space ahead of the trailhead. So, that's the trailhead right there. I don't think we're supposed to just park here. But the sign or the map says parking for nature trail.
Oh no.
So I think this is where we park.
Oh no. Like just against the fence?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I think so. All right, let's see what kind of stuff we may see here. Woodpeckers, birds, black racer, gopher tortoise, squirrels, and deer. We actually already saw a deer earlier over yonder. All right, Jen, I'm gonna check your hiking knowledge. How do we know if we're on the trail or not?
Those things?
Correct.
Yeah.
So let's do it. We are now on the orange trail. So these are the trail markers. So as we head deeper and deeper into the forest, I know that there are blue skies up here ahead of us, but it's still wet out and it feels like it's about to rain. So hopefully we don't get caught in the rain in the middle of the forest. Question number 2 comes to us from Meg. Which do you like better, Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party or Universal's Halloween Horror Nights?
We got this one a lot. Like a lot of people ask this question.
Oh. So here it is. Those are 2 totally different events. So you can't say this one's better than that one because they are completely different. No, it's a trail sign. Oh. They are completely different.
Well, one is definitely more geared towards adults.
Yeah, one's scary, one's not so scary.
Right, exactly. But I think that gosh, I don't even know if I could. They really are very even for me.
Yeah.
It's like, ooh.
It was just a lizard. It's okay.
I love them both for different reasons. I think that's why I like doing the Q&As in the woods. We do this a lot. If you ever watch the other Q&As, you'll see that we do the Q&As in scary woods a lot. And I think it just makes it a little bit more exciting.
Yeah.
It's not just, we're not just sitting, you know, in front of the computer, like answering questions. We're literally like, it's life and death out here.
Oh yeah.
That lizard could have been a real scary thing.
It actually could have been a real scary thing because like I was saying earlier, we did see a deer and we'll put in that footage right now. There's a deer right there. You doing okay, Mrs. Deer? Mr. Deer? Oh no, it is. I don't know. Do all deer have horns? Because that deer has horns. Bye.
It was really cool.
Yeah. If I had to choose, I would say you have the ability to go to Halloween Horror Nights more. Mm-hmm. So that is something that like I like better.
Because they do have a season pass. And
right.
They don't do that for the Disney one, unfortunately.
Yeah, I like that we sort of have the illusion of being deep in the woods, but the actual like that's the road that people would drive on to get through the park back to the campsites.
But I like this because it's a little less scary for me. I know you don't like it, but I like it.
Well, the good news is, the further we go, you can see that the trail starts to turn to the left. That's us heading over towards the lake.
Oh, let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Allison asks, favorite food or drinks, alcoholic or non-alcoholic, to get during HHN?
Ooh.
So there are definitely like iconic things that you should try if you're going to HHN. I would say you should try the potato twisted taters.
Yeah.
They're like the potatoes swirled on the stick. Those are really good. I would say try their special beer if you're into that, because they always have like either Oktoberfest or what was the other one?
They have, it's a Still Lizard, Dufftoberfest, and then they had
There was another
Chance's Brew or something like that one year.
yeah, there was like sometimes they have special beers. So if you're into that, I would try the special beers.
Yeah.
I have not usually loved them, but I always like to try them.
And they always have specialty like mixed drinks too.
Yeah, and I think if you like that kind of thing, you should definitely try that. And then the pizza fries were really good last year.
Pizza fries were good last year.
What was another, like a sweet thing?
They had, what were they called? They were called like eclair donuts or eclair hot dogs.
Oh yeah.
What were those called?
Oh my gosh, I can't remember, but they were really good. And I remember we could only eat one, like it was very rich.
Yeah, it was like if you took like one of those like big long donuts and cut it in half, that was the bun, and then you, instead of a meat hot dog, it was a churro.
Yeah. Oh, that's what it was. It was
Yeah,
the
it was a churro hot dog. That's what it was called.
It was really good.
Or a churro dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really good. Callum asks, what is your favorite HHN memory? For me, it is our friends from Around Orlando Vlogs, Tim and Brady. Brady had just turned 13.
Yeah.
And so it was his first HHN, and it was his first time going through any houses.
Wait, was that, because he's 15 now.
Yeah, it was a while ago. I think it was 25.
I think it was last year.
No, it wasn't last year.
Oh,
But
was it?
no.
Oh, he just, like, they just grow up so fast, you know?
Yeah. Or he wasn't even 13 yet. He was turning 13 soon.
Oh no.
And
Brady.
yeah, and we took him through his first haunted house.
Oh, that's right. You and Adam, and
Oh, yeah.
it was you and Adam and Brady. You guys went through American Horror Story?
No, it was one of the ones that was at one of the sound
Exorcist.
stations. The Exorcist.
It was Exorcist. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was a good night. And then I really enjoyed so we did a like a social media event, and Chance came out, and what did she say? She was like, "Is that you, Tim Tracker?" And I just thought that was a really cool video. What is this, by the way?
This is a cult circle in the woods. It's not really a cult circle. They do Boy Scout stuff out here. So this is where they would have like a big bonfire, or not bonfire, like a big fire pit meeting for the Boy Scouts.
Wow, this is creepy.
Yeah, it's fun looking though.
Is it?
Yeah. Some of you guys have been with us long enough that you remember when we got inducted into the Girl Scouts.
Oh yeah.
We were just inducted into the Boy Scouts too.
Were we? I missed
Yeah.
that part.
Yeah. It was that's the way it is.
That was really weird.
I liked it. Bob asks, for Mickey's Not So Scary, what is one thing that you consider a must do? For me,
They said food, character meet and greets, rides.
I think that you cannot miss Booty-Oo. And I like seeing the Headless Horseman, but he's kind of anticlimactic.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like I wish I had gotten to see him before they stopped him from running. He doesn't run anymore.
Yeah, he used to like book it down the
Yeah.
street.
So now for safety reasons, he goes very slowly. It's still really cool to get like a slow, look at him. You
Yeah.
can get a better look at him.
I mean, Hallow Wishes is good. It's a fireworks show. There have been better fireworks shows as far as like DVC parties like that go.
I don't see the trail
Oh, they're
markers.
right here.
Oh, I'm like, we're not on the trail anymore.
We're still on the trail. So Hallow Wishes is good, but if you had to miss it, you could watch a video of it and you could get the same idea from it.
I agree with you about Booty-Oo. I think it's like, you need to watch the parade.
Yeah.
I also think that, I'm getting really freaked out in these woods. I also think that the one meet and greet I would say is Jack and Sally. Everybody waits for Jack and Sally. We have not done that before.
Yeah.
We probably should, but the line is always so incredibly long. So I would say if you're really like a diehard character, meet and greeter, I would wait for them and get the photo with them. But also, Space Mountain in the dark was really cool.
Oh yeah, it was.
So I would say for rides, Space Mountain in the dark. This is so scary. What is this?
Well, I mean, it's not that scary. These trees just need they were dead, so they cut them down.
I feel like this is another cult thing.
Oh no, it's just a couple of trees that have been felled
They didn't fall. Look at them. They're coming.
No, I think that's what you call trees when you cut them down. You fell a tree.
Oh.
Oh, we're almost to the lake. Oh, there's your lizard. He's scary.
Ooh, this actually looks really cool.
Oh, yeah.
Rachel asks, do you decorate your house? And if so, do you do it before October 1st? And we don't decorate our house. I feel like we're always so busy, we don't have time to like dedicate a whole day to doing that. But maybe one year. I would definitely like to do it. And
Yeah.
I do think that you can decorate your house as early as you want.
Yeah.
So
We were driving through a neighborhood yesterday, and we saw somebody who had decorations out already. So
yeah, for Halloween.
I was like, you guys are A-okay in my book. I like how this trail's like, it like teased us. Do you guys see the lake back there behind us? It like took us straight for the lake, and then it's like,
well, should we?
you're turning around and going back this way.
Let's do one in front of the lake.
Okay. I ran into a spider web. We're going off the beaten path to get a view down by the lake.
Could snakes live in there?
Yeah.
Oh.
Here we go. We are now pretty close to the lake. I feel like if we got any closer, we would probably be in the water because
I love
that
this little Christmas tree.
well, yeah, look at that. This is not actual land right there. The water probably starts like probably right about there. This is nice. I'm gonna try to pronounce your username. This is J Monet. I like that. If you were to go to Mickey's Not So Scary again, what would you dress up as?
Ooh.
That's a good question. I haven't even thought about it. It was hard enough for me to think of two. Like, oh, you know what?
What?
I wanted to do something like along the lines of Partysaurus Rex.
Oh, that was your original costume, but it wasn't a couple's costume. So
Right.
then we decided to do like so maybe yeah.
I would, and to sort of make it a couple's costume, or like you could have a costume that would not necessarily couples, but one of us would have been Partysaurus Rex, and the other person would have been Andy, dressed up as Buzz Lightyear in his cardboard box.
Right. So wait, who's Partysaurus Rex's like partner?
Nobody. Well,
Oh, nobody loves Partysaurus Rex.
everybody loves Partysaurus Rex. That's the thing. So Partysaurus Rex, if you guys don't know, the way that the story goes is Rex from Toy Story ends up in the bathroom in the middle of the night, and all of the bath toys are sad because they have so much fun during bath time, and then for the rest of the time there's no water in the bathtub, so they're like laying in the bathtub, and then Rex comes in, and because he has low self-esteem and Mr. Potato Head called him Party Pooper Rex, he decided to go by his alternative persona, Partysaurus Rex, and turn on the water for all the bath toys.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like it. This next one comes from Martin, and I thought this was a fun one. It's raining.
Is it raining?
Yeah, do you feel that?
Oh no, that's not. Oh, it is raining.
Oh no.
Not good.
Martin asks, what is the most controversial costume you've worn to a Halloween event? And I think this one is pretty funny. I haven't worn anything controversial like as an adult, but as a child, when I was probably like 7 or 8 years old, my friend and myself, we went to a Halloween party, like their family's Halloween party with other adults and other children, and we were dressed as ladies of the night. We were little 7-year-old women of the night.
Oh wow.
I don't know who decided that was a good idea or who approved the costume or who even made the costume. I can't remember, but it was definitely a costume.
Wow.
So, and then the next year I was an angel, so I don't know if that tells you anything.
Makes perfect sense.
But yeah.
I don't think I've had any controversial costumes.
Okay, so we looked at this question in the car, and you said you were the Easter Bunny
I was
one
the
year.
Easter Bunny one year for Halloween.
That's a totally, you can't
Yeah.
like, those are 2 different holidays.
Oh dear, I'm breaking the rules. Here's the thing. Jen sees trees that have fallen down and is like, what's that? Why is that there? Me? I see a pile of pine cones and I'm like, why is that there?
Yeah.
There's a pine tree here, but that's kind of like a long way for a whole bunch of them to land in one spot.
Why do I feel like this is gonna be Blair Witch here in a second?
Oh no. What if I just turned the camera back and you were like head pressed against that tree?
No, I don't like that.
I just got goosebumps. Porcelain Doll asks, would you like to attend Tokyo Disney's Mickey's Halloween party? And the answer is yes, of course.
Oh
that
my
would be
gosh.
amazing.
Well, and I heard theirs is kind of a little scary.
There's a place in Paris this year that has is not intended for children.
Really?
Yeah.
Like in
Disneyland Paris.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, I like that. I think it's kind of cool that Disney is sort of doing more adult kind of themed things.
Right.
But because I'm kind of curious to see like how they do it.
Fine. More so, I would like to go to Universal Japan's Halloween Horror Nights.
Yes. Oh my gosh, yes.
That looks amazing.
I want to see the parade. I want to see it all. I need to see it.
I want to see it all. What?
Something touched me.
Oh, it was a plant.
It was a bug. No, it was a bug.
It was a bug? Oh, okay.
Okay. Courtney asks, what is the one toy that you hope to see in the Chucky Scare Zone at this year's Halloween Horror Night?
A Rubik's Cube.
Can I pick a board game?
Yeah.
Mall Madness.
Oh. Jumanji.
Girl Talk.
All right, we've come to a fork in the road. We have to go out this way to get to the water.
Wait.
But there is also a creepy thing.
What is it?
There's another like stadium seating thing over here.
This is, I feel like, what are you doing here?
I feel like this one's a little bit less creepy though,
This
right?
is like a magic show is gonna happen at any moment.
Magic show. They're illusionist, Jen. This is where we're headed. I feel like I could sleep on this.
This looks so cool.
And here's all of the stuff we're hoping to see out in the water area.
Well,
Mostly, I'm excited to see this osprey giving this largemouth bass a free flight. I feel like we're going to meet David the Gnome or something.
I know, right? It seems very magical back here.
It really does. Oh no, the trail is getting smaller and smaller here as we get closer to the water. I ran into another spider web. I feel like this is it. This is as far as I can go. It looks like somebody else went out further. Either that or that's an alligator trail.
Oh no.
It could be.
Come on.
Okay. I just wanted to show everybody this really quick. I think my favorite part about all of this is we're talking about Halloween and there's just a chainsaw going somewhere off in the distance. The most cinematic Q&A vlog. I feel like this is it. This is like we're doing 300. Wasn't that what that movie was like? This next one is from Andy. For a first timer at HHN, what is the #1 rookie mistake to avoid? And I would say that that's don't go to the very first house that you see.
Yeah, so the very first house this year is going to be Stranger Things, right? It's
Yeah.
going to be in the Despicable Me area.
Yeah, it's a little bit further back. They've moved the entrances around. It's back towards like just after you get past the Harvest Scare Zone. So
Oh.
more towards Music Plaza.
Okay, so it's kind of near the Rip Ride Rocket entrance
Yeah.
more? Okay, so don't go to that house first.
Right.
I would say, honestly, go all the way to the back of the park. That's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
And then work your way up.
Yeah.
So,
Because no matter what, Stranger Things is going to be a long wait.
right.
And so if you can get through a bunch of other houses before going and waiting in line for that one,
I really feel like an alligator is going to come up behind us.
he won't.
He won't. He's going to stay back there.
Yeah, he'll stay back. I'll do this. Get out of here, alligator. And that'll scare him.
Okay.
I mean, didn't that scare everybody?
Yeah.
See? It worked. Yeah, start at the back of the park. If you guys watch the Halloween Horror Nights overview video that we did,
I'll put a link to it up in the corner if you haven't seen it yet.
we kind of go over an area back in Kid Zone where you can hit 4 houses in a row. Those are the 4 houses that you should go to first.
That's what we were going to do.
And I think that that will give you the best bang for your buck as far as getting to the most stuff and not waiting in line for a super long time. But you are going to wait in line for Stranger Things. Just
Yeah.
be prepared for that right now.
I plan on doing that like at the very end of the night.
Oh yeah.
I just think that's what I would rather do. If I'm going to wait in that kind of a line, I'd rather do it at the end.
Yeah, I like how creepy everything is out here.
Is this the house they live in?
No, this is just like a pavilion where somebody could come with a large group and eat
Oh, I like that.
all kinds of stuff.
How do you know they're eating all kinds of stuff?
I mean, I'm not assuming what they are eating. Could I be like, they're coming here and eating hot dogs?
Yeah.
Maybe. But maybe they're eating chicken wings. You never know.
They both sound really good.
Bye.
Let's answer a question in the creepy room. Come in here.
Oh, there's like a projector in here and everything. Oh, what the heck? You could watch movies in here apparently.
Oh, wow.
Well, this is not scary at all.
It's really not so scary. So our friend Teresa asks, will I be out of place if I'm not wearing a costume at Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party? And I would say no.
No.
Honestly, it's pretty dark. The park is pretty dark. So when the party starts, that's like when the sun goes down and when it gets dark. You can't see anybody's costumes anyway. So I don't think anybody would even really notice. And you'd probably be more comfortable,
Oh, yeah.
to be honest. So I would say don't worry about it. But if you want to dress up, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This next question comes from Tim. What are you scared of during Halloween?
Me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll tell you a story. When I was a kid, I went to a haunted house at the police station in my town, and it was like a kid-friendly haunted house.
For like charity.
Yeah, it was literally like at the police station for charity for children. I have never been more scared in my life. I was probably in high school. Actually, I think I was definitely in high school, so I was old enough to not be scared. But
I thought you were younger than that.
no, because my sister was with me and she was older, so I must have been older. But so basically it was like a haunted house and they had different rooms, and one of the rooms, and this was all behind like plexiglass too. You didn't actually go into the room, you just walked by it in a long hallway and you could see into the scary rooms. So there was one room that was a bed and it had all these stuffed animals on it, and then like as you're looking at it, one of the stuffed animals is actually a person and it jumped out right at the glass and I literally peed myself. I was so scared. I was so scared. I cried.
Oh no.
Yeah, everybody made fun of me. Wait, what?
That was me. That just came from me.
I was like, wait, what question am I answering? I totally forgot. But I think that was, I'm afraid of the unexpected.
Oh.
So I think that's really like, I think everything, I'm afraid of a lot of things. I think I'm a pretty scared person in general, but I am really afraid of the unexpected.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So that's why you were scared to come into this building.
Well, yeah, plus you were like making weird noises with the door and then you tried to lock me in here.
I didn't try to lock you.
Wait, what are you scared of?
I don't know.
I'm also scared of sinkholes. That's my other big fear.
I'm scared of drowning.
Yeah.
Which is weird because like I am very competent in the water.
Yeah, you love the water.
Yeah.
So how would you be scared of drowning in a Halloween event?
I don't know.
Yeah.
So
you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah. All right, I did it. Somebody carved the Best Buy logo into the sidewalk here.
What? That's funny.
Either that or it says Best Boy.
Oh.
But I don't, that's very strange.
This is your pavilion. Who knew?
What?
You're the best boy.
Oh.
Also, did you see this lucky 4-leaf trash can?
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Lucky
We should do some investigative reporting and see what they actually ate. Did they eat hot dogs? Glitter. They ate a lot of glitter.
Did they? Here's what, I know that you guys came for the theme park videos and stayed for the trash investigation videos, right?
Well, I mean...
Thumbs up if that's how you feel.
I don't see how anybody couldn't be, like, interested in why there is, like, confetti.
It's a birthday party pavilion.
Why would you come to the woods and shoot off confetti? Oh, okay, so you were right. Yeah, birthday party, confetti, magician.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it now. We're going to walk quietly for a little bit in hopes that we come across some form of wildlife, maybe like a deer again? Or a Sasquatch? Something. So our friend Travis, he asked, is there any haunt that you guys want to go to that you haven't been to yet? And I'm gonna say across the United States, yes. I would love to go to Netherworld.
Oh yeah.
That would be amazing.
I was thinking of the Queen Mary.
Oh yeah, Queen Mary
I wanna
sounds
do
cool
that.
too.
Yeah.
I want to do the Queen Mary not during Halloween as well, because you can stay in the haunted room, like as a hotel room.
So we love to watch BuzzFeed Unsolved with Ryan and Shane, and they stayed in the room, and it wasn't scary.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I would pay to stay there if it's not even really haunted.
I did feel really bad for Ryan because he stayed on the Queen Mary when he was younger, and he like had a haunted experience, and it was like he didn't have one this time, and he was like, oh. Well,
because it turned out that it was just like physics. Like
yeah.
It wasn't really haunted. It was just like there was water on the shelf and it moved the cup or whatever, which I was tricked by that as well as a kid.
Yeah.
I can remember being in my bedroom, having a can of Mountain Dew on my dresser, and it just like slowly inched over, and I freaked out and I wouldn't sleep in my room for like a week.
Oh. Another question that we get kind of often is, what is the weather like during Halloween Horror Nights?
Or just during like Halloween in general, like the Halloween season.
Yeah. It varies. It's like hot, it's cold, it's raining, it's dry. That's Florida for you. Usually opening weekend of Halloween Horror Nights,
It rains.
pours non-stop. I think last year was the only year that it didn't do that.
It didn't rain last year?
Not on opening night, no.
Still bring an umbrella.
Oh,
Just,
yeah.
You're gonna want to have it just in case.
Yeah. Or just go full Halloween Horror Nights and just bring a poncho.
Oh yeah.
And just be wet, because that's the way that it is. And it's funny too, because there have been times where if you look back at the videos of us going to Halloween Horror Nights, you'll see different videos where it's like they're wearing like a jacket and long pants in that one, they're wearing shorts in this one.
Towards the end of the season, it does cool down a little bit.
Sometimes.
So, well, I would say like late October.
Oh yeah.
It cools down a little bit. And for us, when I say it cools down, it's like 70.
Yeah.
So for a person from another state, that may still be super warm, but we're wearing like a hoodie, you know?
Yeah.
So what I would say is I would look at the projected like 10-day forecast before you leave, and hopefully that's enough time before you leave, and that should give you an idea of what it's going to be like.
Also, it's hurricane season. So we've got a hurricane out in the Atlantic right now that is not going to hit us, but it's out there. And
It's going to give us rain.
Yeah, it'll probably
Yeah.
give us rain. I don't know. I wouldn't be scared of hurricanes for coming to Florida, but just know that a hurricane might stop you from coming to Florida.
Wait,
So,
what?
I would get travel insurance is what I'm saying, is like,
Oh.
because it's unpredictable. Like, you could be planning this trip out for a year, but I wouldn't let hurricane season deter you from that time of year
Oh, it's
for
half-
planning your trip.
Hurricane season is half the year. You can't let it deter you. Or
Right.
you would never come.
Right. So that's my thoughts on hurricanes. So we figured we would end the video over here at the boat ramp, because this is nice. Look, that's where they would go out to the lake over there.
Somebody had an airboat,
Oh yeah.
which is really cool. We went on an airboat at Wild Florida with our friends from the Crispy S'mores, and it was so much fun. I want to do that again.
Yeah.
That's something that I would definitely do again. That was cool.
You guys see any wildlife? Ooh, something just bubbled over there. Possible wildlife. This is nice. So there you have it. That was a tracker Q&A about Halloween.
Well, and thank you to everybody who sent in questions. We got a ton of questions, and we couldn't answer them all, so maybe we'll do another one where we can answer a few more.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think? Do you like Q&As? Are you not a fan? Let us know in the comments down below.
Yeah. And I, for one, am looking forward to the Halloween season. What about you?
Well, yeah, duh. Like,
I'm a mouse. Duh.
We've literally been like talking about it since when? August?
17th.
Yeah. You know, I will say the Halloween season started very early this year.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of it because I can partake in all of the Halloween festivities, but how do you guys feel?
Yeah.
Do you wish it would start later? What do you think? I do like that it gives people a larger opportunity to experience Halloween in Orlando, because if you're here on vacation, you don't have to be here on October 31st to do these things, which I think is pretty cool. But let us know what you guys think.
Yeah. So, with that being said, we are off, and we will see you guys tomorrow.
And now it's time to pay the price.